Hi everyone and welcome back to our channel. So today what we are going to understand is the SQL joins. So now whenever we have two data sets that we need to connect, how we are going to connect with that. So for example, we have one table that is called employee details and another is employee grade. Now when we need some details for from the employee detail and some details from employee grade, how we are going to do a connection between the two. Now the connection between any different tables is known as joins. So now let's understand how many kinds of joins are there. So one join is inner join and second join is outer join. Outer join is again segregated in two different categories, which is left outer join and right outer join. Now let's understand the joins through a particular diagram, and that is called sets and subsets. Now if you see this particular diagram, so here what we have, so the value that we have here, for that is the first table that we have. This is the first table that we have, and this is the second table that we have. So this one that we have is the first table, and this is our second table. Now whatever we have in between, that is called an inner join. So the value that we have is within the table is called the inner join. If we want to get the data from the first table and matching data from the right table, that is called a left join. And when we need the data from the right and matching data from the left, that is called a right join. Now what we will do is we will understand that how this left, inner and right works. So now what we are going to do is we will create a table here. So for I will create a new table which is called employee details, and then we will create another table which is called employee grade. So I will open my database here and I'll just see the tables that we have. So currently we do not have any employee table or employee details or employee grade. Now what I'm going to do, I will write here, I'll write a query here for first create table. So I'll write create table employee underscore details, and the details that we require here for is name, which is varchar. We'll take it as 20. Then we will create another table, another column which is email, varchar 50. Then we'll create another column here which is phone. We will take it as double, and then we will take another location which is again a varchar 20. So here we will execute the query, and our okay, let's take it as a float, not double. Yeah, so float will work, double will not work here. Now the table is created for employee details. Now another table that we are going to create is, I will write create table employee underscore grade, and the value that I'm going to put here is name, varchar 20, comma, then we have grade, varchar 10 comma then we have another thing that we are going to take is designation. So this is our table, another table which is employee grade, right? So now we have two tables created. One is the employee detail and second one is employee grade. Now what we are going to do, we will enter the data for employee details. So we'll write insert into employee details. The values that we require is name, comma, email, comma, phone, comma, location. Now the values that we have here that we are going to put here is, say for example, I will put a, comma, abc at abc.com, comma, and then we have a phone number. So phone number will write just like this, and then we have location which is GGN. So this is our first record, and after it what we are going to do, we will put another 5 records here. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So here we will just put another comma here, then we have comma here, comma here, comma here, comma here and comma here. So we will change the values here, which is B, we'll write BBC, C, CBC, D, DBC, E, EBC and F, FBC here. So here what we are going to do, we will execute this query and the data will be affected here. Now if we want to check the data, we will write select star from employee details, and when we run this query or when we run this table, we will get this particular details here. Now what we are going to do, we will again put the data for employee grade, and how we are going to put the data, we'll write insert into employee grade, and the columns that we need the data for, which is name, comma, grade, comma, designation, and the values we are going to put is A, comma, grade, which is 25 and agent. Now what we are going to do here is, we will put some of the data which will be matching in the column which is in the table which is employee detail, and some of the values will not be matching in the details. Okay, so now for example, I will put a comma here again, and I will write B, R, S, C and F. So the grade that we are going to change here is, it will be 25, 25, it will be 26, 27 and 27. So it will be senior agent, senior agent, senior agent and senior agent. Now when we run this particular query or we execute this query, now when I check the details for the grade, I can simply go select star from employee grade. Now what is our ask? Our ask is to get the data from these two tables into one table So for example, we require the name, email address, phone number, location and grade along with the designation. So now what we are going to do is, the first thing that we will do is the inner join. Now remember guys, that whenever we are writing an inner join, you always and always have to remember that during or whenever we are writing an inner join, there should be something common between the two tables. If nothing is common between the two tables, you will not be able to write any join. So now here, as we know that name is common between the two tables, right? So employee detail also has the name and employee grade also has the name. So what we are going to do, we will write select from the first table that we are going to write as employee details, and here we will give an alias name as A, right? So we require, here we'll write A dot name comma A dot email comma A dot phone comma A dot location. So everything what we require from the first table, we have selected that. Now we'll write comma B dot grade and B dot designation. And how we will connect it from B? We will simply write here, after from, we'll write inner join the table name, which is employee grade B on B dot name is equal to A dot name. When we execute this query, we will get the data for both of the tables, but here you can see that we only got the data for 4 records. The reason for that is that between the two tables only 4 records are there which are common between the two. So whenever we are putting an inner join, it means we want to get the common data between the two. So that is what we call an inner join. So inner join will only and only get the data where both the tables have the same value, right? So whatever join we are making, so for example, if we have created a join on the name, so name from the first table and name from the second table should be same. If it is not same, then it will not put a join, right? So join will not work if the value of the data is not same. Sometimes what happens is that you get the name in the first table and first name or any other column in the second table, but you have to check whether the value of that particular column is same or not. If the value is same, you can put a join, right? So now for the same thing, I can use it for the left join. Now when I put a left join here, so here I write select A dot name from employee details A. I will write A dot location comma, so first we need the phone, so I'll write A dot phone comma A dot email comma A dot location. Again the same thing, we'll write B dot grade and B dot designation. Again the same join, but this time what we are going to do is we'll write left join employee underscore grade B on A dot name is equal to B dot name. Now whenever we put a left join, remember one thing, that from the left join it will pick all the values from the left but only the matching records from the right. So here, as we understood, that from the first table, if we are putting a left join, everything from the left join will be picked up, but only the matching records from the right will be picked up here. So now let's see here if I run this particular query, so what will happen, I will just execute it and I can see that I'm getting all the information for these 4 records, right? So I'm getting the information for all these 4 records, which is name, phone number, email, and location. But when I'm checking on the grade, only the matching records we are getting. If there are no matching records, it will show me the null value. The same thing will happen for the right. So now I'll just copy this and put here as a right join. And when I run this, when I will execute this query, it will show me as the values for the null where the columns or the missing values that we have from the one table. So everything from the right is picked up here, and only the matching record from the left are picked up in the query. So this is how we write joins, right? So join can be of 2 types, which is inner join and outer join. And inner join will only be executed, is only one. However, outer join is segregated into 2 parts, which is left outer join and right outer join. So guys, if you have any questions or any queries, you can just comment me on the same. And if you want any topic, if you want that this particular topic should be covered in our video, so kindly comment on the same and we'll try to get you the videos of that particular topic from our side. Okay, so guys, I would really appreciate if you can subscribe and like our channel, so whenever we post a new video, you can be updated on the same and you will get the notification for that as well. So this is where I sign off, and thank you so much for your time. Bye bye.